Hi, this is Dr. Valerie here. I want to welcome you to My Spirit Matters. You know, we talk about addiction issues and the things that are related to family members and friends and to the alcoholic addict. But I've been getting a lot of questions about parents and teenagers and what's happening with teenagers today. Did you know that our emergency rooms are just being flooded with teenagers that are coming in after being at a party and consuming not just alcohol but other pills. And what I wanted to talk to you today about is, if you're a parent, what kinds of things you might want to be aware of and what kinds of things you might want to be looking at. You know, to wait until there's a problem really is too late. There are things that you can do before that happens. For instance, to begin to get involved in your child's activity. Now, there's a part of them that will say that they don't want you to, but children still want their parents to be proud of them and to praise them and give them support. So if you can begin to get involved and start talking more to them, start talking to them about the things that they're doing and the things that they're experiencing in their day-to-day. Now, what often becomes the problem area is when the parent begins to react to what the child is saying and react in a negative way, where the child feels embarrassed and uncomfortable and they just don't want to hear it, so they shut down and they decide, I'm not going to say anymore. So what you want to do is to keep channels open. Keep talking to them, sharing, pulling out information. The most important thing is to listen. Listen to what their experience is like. Listen to what they're telling you. You know, you don't always have to respond to what you might perceive as a negative situation right there in that moment. Maybe you just need to hear them through. And maybe at a time where it's less tense and less stress, that would be the time to bring that up and say, hey, you know, I was thinking of what you said the other day, and have you thought of this? This might be a perfect solution to what's going on, or how do you deal with that situation? You know, a lot of kids have friends that are using alcohol or using drugs, and they may be concerned about that friend, and they need someone to talk to. Now, if they feel that you're going to react and you're going to call and you're going to let other people know and the person is going to get in trouble, they're not going to talk to you about it. Okay? So what they need to know, they need to feel that they can trust you, that when they tell you something, you're going to listen, you're going to hear it out, and hopefully you're going to give them the best direction to help. The other thing is, if you have teenagers, is you need to notice what's going on with them. You need to notice when they're pulling away and begin to understand it. Not all behavior of a teenager being in their room and not wanting to be with their family is just normal signs. It could be an indication of other things that are going on. Another thing that you might want to look for is whether or not that family member, that teenager, has changed their group of friends and they're hanging around with young people that you don't know, that you haven't met, and some of the things that they're saying is presenting some cause for concern or alarm. So be careful of shutting your child down. Be open to finding information and helping your child help their friends. You know, be open to talking to them and having your child say, hey, my mom will talk to you, and you know, she'll just listen and she'll help you figure out what the best thing is to do. That's the parent that you want to be, is the parent that is open and the parent that's there, the parent that's willing to find out what's going on and to begin to figure out what's the best way of handling this situation. Now, this is not to say that if there's immediate danger that you don't take action. But what it is to say is that you have the conversation in which the people are comfortable in sharing the information, and then you can describe why certain steps need to take place and why that's important. And you can support them by being with them and going with them and helping them as they begin to unravel some of the things that are going on. So the bottom line of what I'm saying to you, if you're a parent and you have teenagers, is to begin talking to them early. Have the relationship where they feel that they can trust you and that they can tell you anything. Not that they will always like some of your responses, but they're open to hearing them because you're open to sharing with them the best ways to handle that with their friends or in certain situations. So you always want to keep that door open. You always want them to feel that they can come to you. And they don't have to wait until there's an emergency, until something awful has happened to come in. So that's going to mean that you have to reach out and you have to make yourself available and make yourself open and be willing to listen, to take it in. Okay? You know, kids are always interested in hearing how you handle things and your situation, but allowing them to come up with, hey, well, what do you think is the best way? Okay, well, let's try that and let me know how that does. So you're inviting them to grow as teenagers, but you're also offering them some direction and some support. Be open to what they have to say, listen, be honest, tell the truth, and help them make right decisions.